We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and today we have 5 games in the NHL to go over for today. Still All-Star break for the NBA, so still no Tim for the next couple days. Actually, he'll be back tomorrow because I will have class. But other than that, but we get a nice little 5-game slate here. A couple spots I kind of like. But first, before we get into that, we're going to recap what happened yesterday. What went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. And college basketball yesterday, 7-5, up 1.10 units for me. I think we were about even with the site on a couple of plus money underdogs. Providence and Butler went over the 128. What a comeback there for Providence. I live bet Providence at plus 825 when they were down 9 points with 8 minutes to go. I bet them then. Wright State and Detroit Mercy under, loser. Houston loser. NJIT choked it away. They were up like 15 in the first half, and then they blew that. Missouri State never showed up, as well as the under went way over. And then it got much better from there. We ended the night with 6 wins, Fordham +5 and +185 both hit for me. SMU +3 and +135 both hit. Northern Kentucky and Oakland under, and New Mexico and San Jose State under all hit. And hockey was rough yesterday. It was an annoying slate, and it didn't end well for me. Started off with the under 6 with the Carolina Hurricanes and the Pittsburgh Penguins. That was 4-2 about a minute ago, and a goal was scored to make it 4-3. So it wasn't even an empty net goal for Carolina that killed my under. It was a Penguins goal. That was frustrating. Islanders team total on it over. That they didn't show up. Panthers, first period puck line. They were up 1-0 with about 32 seconds left, and then the Blackhawks score. Yeah. Frustrating there. But the Panthers did cash their team total over. Blue Jackets, first period, money line pushes at -140. But the over 6.5 hits easily. That was an easy casher there. And then the end of the night was rough as well. Stars first period puck line, that one finished 0-0. San Jose Sharks didn't show up, as well as the full game over 5.5. Team total over 2.5. Finished 4-1 Knights. That was probably one of the worst scores we could have seen there. Oilers, forgot there was a hockey game yesterday. They lose 7-3. Luckily, the over 6.5 hits, but the team total over misses by the hook there at the end. So 3-7-1 in the NHL yesterday, down 4.60 units in the NHL. Not what we wanted to see there. But I like this slate coming up, so we'll hopefully bounce back and have a nice slate. Good morning, Dad. How are you? Okay. All right. I forgot to type in my place for today because I just got home. So we're going to do that. And we're going to kick off this slate here with a game starting in about 2 hours. We're looking at the Colorado Avalanche. They are at the Boston Bruins. In this spot here, we have the Avalanche as -175 road favorites in this spot here, with a total of 6 in this game. I like this spot here for the Colorado Avalanche. This is still a very good team, the Avalanche, and they're playing a decent team in the Bruins. The only problem with the Bruins is they're still without Brad Marchand. This is Brad Marchand's last game of his suspension, so this is a spot here where this is the last game, and you need everybody for these games when you play the Avalanche. This is an Avalanche team that you need to be 100% there in order to really compete in this game. Looking at the numbers here, I'm trying to get up my stats for this matchup. We have the Avalanche coming into this game, putting up at least 3 expected goals in 7 of their last 10 games, and the 3 that they didn't put up 2.83, 2.97, 2.91. This is still an Avalanche team that'll get you goals. They'll give you chances. The Bruins have given up at least 3 in 6 of their last 10 games, 3 of their last 5, and 5 of their last 8. I wanted to go full game over in this one as well. My only question mark for this one is whether or not the Bruins will contribute to the scoring. This is a Bruins team that's their offense has struggled without Brad Marchand. In those 5 games, they failed to hit 3 expected goals in 3 of the 5, and one of them they did. It only hit 3.02. So this is a team that is struggling to put up many offensive numbers. I do expect their offensive numbers to get better because their expected goal totals have been higher than their actual goal totals. So I'm expecting once Marchand does get back into this lineup, this will be a better Bruins team. But this is not a spot you want to be missing one of your best players for Boston here. I like the Colorado Avalanche. Their team total over 3.5. I could see this being a 4-1 type of game in this spot here. So first spot of the day, Avalanche team total over for that first game of the day. Bounce back day. I think so. Avs and Reg. I like it. Supness. Bruins money line. I mean, I'm not going to fault you for taking plus 158 with the Bruins. This is still a good hockey team, and they're at home, and you're getting a nice little plus money price with them. I just don't know how. You get to. I don't know how they score. That's my biggest question mark is where do the goals come from for this team. But the only game I touched is the Canucks. If you buck and reg, the Canucks and reg against the Kraken. Interesting look there, but. We'll move on to the next matchup here. This line has moved a little bit here. The Carolina Hurricanes are at the Philadelphia Flyers in this spot here. The Hurricanes are on minus 195 favorites. Total is 6. Now, this line has moved because I bet this yesterday at under 6.5. I don't remember the exact price I got for it, but I like the under in this game. We see this with these two teams. I don't 6. I'm still okay with the 6. Philadelphia has been struggling to put up anything lately. Expected goals wise, they failed to put up at least 3 in 3 of their last 4. And Carolina is a good defensive hockey team. They've given up less than 3 expected goals in 4 of the last 5 games. The expected goal total has gone under 6.5 and 4 of their last 5 of their last 7, 3 straight for Philly. So these are 2 teams that are trending towards the unders. So I can see this being a lower scoring game. It's going to be Frederik Andersen and Carter Hart. So it's not going to be Martin Jones or Antti Raanta, which I think definitely helps the under in this spot here. So yeah, I like under 6.5. I wouldn't fault you for taking 6 at plus money. Shop around though. You may be able to get a 6 somewhere, or my bad, a 6.5 somewhere for the under in this game. Let's see. I see 6.5s on a couple books. Yeah, 6.5s are widely available. So find a 6.5. I like the under 6.5 in this game with the Hurricanes and the Flyers. Canes and back-to-back and away. I see everyone on Canes, and they are the better team, but was iffy about it. So could not. Yeah, I wouldn't be taking the Canes in this game. I think the Flyers are a live underdog in this spot, to be completely honest. It is Frederik Andersen in net, so they do have their starter in net. Carter Hart's a better goalie at home than he is on the road, so I don't mind this spot for the Flyers, to be completely honest. So leaning towards the Flyers, I guess, in this spot here. And if you want to get to the Flyers, I wouldn't trust him to play 60 minutes of hockey. That's the problem here. I think you give a full 60 minutes to the Hurricanes, and they'll win the game. Whether or not I can get involved with the first period line here, I can see the Flyers in the first period here. They've put up a goal in 51% of their games here, so 51% of their first period over, 51%. Yeah, this one's tough for me. I wouldn't talk you off of plus 150 with the first period money line here at the Flyers. Expect them to come out a little strong here. But who did the Flyers play last? I might be talking myself into a little Flyers action here. And who they have coming up. They're coming in off that absolute collapse, 5-3 against the Capitals. So I expect them to play a little bit better defense. They're coming in off of 4 straight losses. They haven't won a first period in a while though. I don't think they lost the first period against Pittsburgh. They lost the first period against Detroit. They tied the first period. Last time they won a first period was not even that 3-1 win against Winnipeg. This is Flyers. They won the first period when they beat LA. This is a tough spot here. I think the Flyers may be the look in this game. The Flyers haven't won a first period in 4 straight games. I don't know. Avs and that offense way too good. Great pick earlier. Yeah, I like that here. Damn Sharks. Yeah, damn those Sharks. The +1.5 lines have some plus money. Looking at Mikko and other first goal scorers. Yeah, I'm going to probably look towards McKinnon and Rantanen and maybe Landeskog or Makar for goal scorer props in this one. I think we see some goals from the Avalanche in that first game. First period over. I like the full game under, so I don't know about the first period. I want to get involved in the Flyers here. I truly do. Line, wow, that's the line's opened up around -210, and it's gone down to around -195, even though money's coming in on Carolina. I'm gonna do it. It's +150, right? Yeah, let's go for it. Flyers first period +150. I'm gonna take a shot here with Philadelphia in the first period +150. Saying they come out strong and they come out to play here after a few losses. And I don't think this is a great Carolina spot here. They're coming in off of a big win against Pittsburgh. So yeah. The Flyers can beat the Hurricanes tonight. Absolutely 100%. The Flyers are a live underdog in this game. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the Flyers in the first period here, +150. I'm going to take a shot with them. Next matchup here, the Winnipeg Jets are at the Calgary Flames in this spot here. Calgary -205-ish, +180 run back here with the Winnipeg Jets. A total of 6 in this spot. And I really like the Jets in this game. This is the Jets team that they've been stealing coin lately. This is a team that they've actually gone over in 8 of their last 10 games for this 6 total as well. The only thing is Calgary is telling me under. Calgary has gone under in 8 of their last 10 of the 6 number. That's what kept me off of the full game total here. But when we look at Winnipeg, they've put up at least 2.5 expected goals in 5 straight games. This offense has been playing better as of late. They've put up at least 3.2 expected goals in 7 of their last 10. So this is a Winnipeg offense where that is looked decent, creating chances. Do they score against Calgary, though? That's the big question. Calgary is not giving up more than 2.56 expected goals in 9 of their last 10 games. But I like Winnipeg in this spot. I like Winnipeg. I like their team total over 2.5 at +105. It's a nice little plus money here for the Jets to score 3 goals. This Flames run is going to come to an end eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if it's this matchup here. It's a nice little Canadian rivalry, and don't get me wrong, the Flames are an absolute wagon right now. But I can see this being a game where Winnipeg puts up 3 goals in this spot. So I'm going to take the Winnipeg Jets. Team total over 2.5. I don't mind them +180 to win this game straight up. They're +165 in the first period. Calgary's been a really good first period team, so I'm going to stay off of that spot there. I just like the Jets to get the job done here against the Flames. If you're feeling a little bit frisky, you can take the Jets and reg at +280. I think that's not a terrible price there. But I think the Jets are 100% a live underdog. And today may be a live underdog day because there's three dogs that I think are very live today between the Flyers, the Jets, and then we'll get to one later in the day. No, not the Canadiens. But I think that this is a spot here for the Jets. Just Habs +1.5. Stay away from Leafs. And that's where we'll head to next. The Canadiens are hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs here. The Maple Leafs are a whopping minus 370 favorite in this game. Huge number. Total of 6 in this spot here. I don't trust the Leafs full game. That's the thing. This is a monster number. But when we look at it here, the Jets are, I'm still on the last game there. Toronto is a great first period team. They win 43.5% of them on the first period puck line. They only lose 26%, and they tie 27%. They're going up against a team that's one of the worst first period teams in all of hockey. This Canadiens team has only won 20.8% of their first periods in reg. They've lost 56.3% of them. They tied 22.9%. The Leafs are a really good fast starting team. And yes, they're coming in off of a loss against the St. Louis Blues. But I'm hopping right back on the wagon here. First period puck line, I got it at even money this morning. It's minus 108 now. I don't hate the Leafs in this spot for the first period and the first period only. This is a scrappy Canadiens team that's been playing a lot better as of late. But they're on the second half of a back-to-back. That's one thing, which could be okay. It's Samuel Montembeault in net taking on Pierre Mrazek. But yeah, I think this is a Leafs first period spot for sure. At even money, I have no problem backing the Leafs here in the first period only. Because I think the Canadiens are a live dog in this game to at least cover the plus 1.5. I think the way to play this is Leafs first period puck line, and then maybe turn around and take the Canadiens full game puck line. I wouldn't talk you off of the Canadiens team total over 2.5 plus 140. That's a really nice price. But for me, I'm going to stick with the Leafs here. First period puck line at even money for me. So that's where I'm looking at for this spot. Good morning. How are you? But we'll head into our last game here. Seattle Kraken are at the Vancouver Canucks in this spot here. The Canucks are minus 155 home favorites. We have a total of 5.5 in this spot. We have the Canucks coming in off of getting embarrassed and giving up 7 goals to the Anaheim Ducks. We had the Seattle Kraken coming in off of a game where they didn't look terrible against the Calgary Flames, and they lose 2-1. We have a Kraken team. What have they done in the first period this year? 20% on the 20% wins on the puck line. They lose 46% of the time. 32.7% is a draw. We have a Vancouver Canucks team who this season only win 20.4%. They're not a good first period team either. They tie a lot in the first period. I can see this being a 0-0 first period, to be completely honest. You can get probably decent plus money on a first period under in this game. First period under 1.5 is at even money. That doesn't look bad at all. I like the full game under at 5.5 in this spot. Let's see what their numbers are here. First period over 1.5, 46.9% for the Kraken, or for the Canucks, and the Kraken are a 51% to the first period over. So I'm going to stay off of that first period under. I like the full game under in this spot, though, at 5.5 at plus money. These are two teams that have been trending a little bit more towards the unders as of late for expected goals. Seattle, 7 of their last 10 have gone under 5.5. And Vancouver, 7 of their last 8. So this is two teams that have been playing more towards unders as of late. Don't create too many chances and play a little bit of low event hockey. I think Thatcher Demko has a bounce back game here. I don't see him getting lit up again. And I think that this is a lower scoring game. So I'm going to go under 5.5 here. With the Canucks and the Kraken for the final game of the day. First under is the play. First period under for the Canucks. I don't hate that whatsoever. Even money, I don't hate it. Mike Glennon. Avs, Nucks, minus 1.5, big payday. So you're taking the the Canucks -1.5 and the Avs -1.5 parlay. What would that pay out? Let's see. $1 would pay out +510. That's not a bad look. I mean, I don't mind the Avalanche look. I'm not touching the Nucks though. I think the Kraken are a live underdog potentially in this spot. But that is everything for today's slate. Quick little 5-game slate. So we're gonna roll the bumper here. What I was just putting in the parlay or whatever. I just typed in 1 just to be quick with it. That's all I did. But yeah, I'm gonna roll the bumper here, and then we're gonna recap for today's slate, and then we're gonna head on out.
When you guys head over to the Earle Sportsbet site, make sure you use code BOWL, BOWL, for a full 20% off the entire site.
All right. Boston wins today. To be completely honest, they could. They very well could. I wouldn't be surprised if we went back from today. We bet every single underdog, and we went 3-2. I think that today could be a live underdog day, to be completely honest. So it is what it is. But that is everything for today's slate. Quick little recap, and then we're going to be heading on out for today. Colorado team total over 3.5 at +110. It's now at even money, but I like the Avalanche to put up at least 4 goals. Carolina, Philly, shop around, get the under 6.5, as well as I like the Philly first period money line at +150, taking a shot with the Flyers there in that spot. Winnipeg team total over 2.5 at +105. I think they put up at least 3 goals there. Toronto first period puck line at even money, and then Vancouver and Seattle under 5.5 at -109. Why not? It's only $1. Oh, because I think the Kraken are a live underdog, and I'm already have. I'm not a fan of the Canucks play today. To be completely honest, I don't think they should be -155 favorites. But that's the only reason why. But that is going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified whenever we go live, which is every single morning, anywhere from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. This has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, and good luck.